Tyrese did an Instagram live a couple of days ago with Fat Joe, and I finally had an opportunity to sit back and watch the full interview, and it was really good. And at one point, Fat Joe asked Tyrese who his top five of all time were. And of course, R.Kelly was in Tyrese's top five. And then Fat Joe was like, well, do you have any fear about mentioning R.Kelly in this day and time? And Tyrese was like, no, because everybody in this business, whether it's acting, whether it's executives, whether it's rapping or singing or whatever, or billionaires, they all are doing something in private that they don't want the public to know about. And I was like, wow. I was like, wow. Thank God for Tyrese saying what he said to Fat Joe. Because I've been saying the same thing. I've been saying that R. Kelly was a scapegoat. He was thrown under the bus as a means to distract the public from what other people in the industry was doing. But of course, Tyrese can't come out and defend R. Kelly. Totally. He has to talk in a roundabout way to defend him because Tyrese still has, deals on the table and he doesn't want to be blackballed. But what he was saying is that he's a Christian, he doesn't judge, and if you knew about what everybody did in their personal lives, you wouldn't be a fan of anybody. So basically what he is saying is that everybody in this business is rotten, and he doesn't understand why they're throwing R. Kelly under the bus or wagging their fingers and hopping up and down about R. Kelly being in jail. He doesn't understand it. But of course, he can't say it the way that I did, because then he would be blackballed. So he had to talk in a roundabout way. But I'm good at reading between the lines. I'm good at understanding what people are saying in between the lines. So thank God for Tyrese. He hasn't stabbed him in the back, unlike Chance the Rapper and many others. Chance the Rapper I didn't even know who he was till I saw him with R. Kelly. R. Kelly helped his career, and look at the thanks he got. He went bashing him every chance he could get. Chance the Rapper is a clown. He can't even rap. I'm not a fan. I don't even know one Chance the Rapper record, So at the end of the day, shout out to Tyrese for always keeping it real as he can possibly keep it with, $1 million deals on the table that he doesn't want to lose. But he's right. Everybody in Hollywood is rotten. Everybody has sinned. And they are all throwing R. Kelly under the bus to cover up for their own flaws and faults. And they sat up there and they made Surviving R. Kelly and accused him of things he didn't do to distract from Epstein and distract from John Legend having sex with little white girls on Epstein Island. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. God bless Tyrese. God bless Fat Joe. God bless R. Kelly. And continue to support R. Kelly. Continue to pray for him. He needs it every day. Say a little prayer. Could be 2 seconds. Say, God bless R. Kelly. Put that good energy out in the atmosphere. Any sort of good energy is what he needs. And that's why I was so happy about the rallies, even though they were small. Those few that went to Chicago and stood outside the MCC, that was good for them to see that, R. Kelly does have some support out here. And he does have more support, but only a few were able to make it to Chicago. And hopefully more are able to make it to the different marches and the different protests to protest for his freedom. Because what we want is R. Kelly free. What we want is him acquitted on all charges. And I think that will happen. That will happen. They underestimated his fan base. They underestimated how we would use social media, because of the fans and because of us tweeting excessively at Lifetime. Their second Surviving R. Kelly documentary didn't even really do well. it didn't get as much ratings as the first, because we were tweeting so much about what was really going on, and we were tweeting video evidence of what these individuals were saying, and they were blocking fans. Remember in January, they were blocking the fans because they were like, oh my God, we didn't expect them to come like this. We didn't expect them to have all these facts. They're like investigators out here. We were on the ball. And then they had to put out an article written by Feminista Jones saying that we were Russian bots, that R. Kelly hired people from Russia to tweet during Surviving R. Kelly. They can't make up their minds. First they say the man is broke. Then they say he's hiring Russian men from federal jail. He called up Putin and hired some Russian men to tweet negatively about Surviving R. Kelly. These people are a joke. They have some terrible accusers. And the good news is that a lot of people are waking up. And I think that the more time goes on and the more people, the outrage died down, I think more people are going to wake up and are going to be more receptive to the facts. I think when Surviving R. Kelly first came out, a lot of people were shocked and they were caught up in the outrage. But now that R. Kelly has been in jail for a little over a year, and now that, we have seen the accusers and their behavior on social media, and the public has seen their behavior, a lot of opinions have been swayed. And it's because of the fans. It's because we have gone out there and we have tweeted and, our accounts were taken down, and it was a lot of work and it's a lot of frustration because, you have the world against you. We had the world against us. I was called a lot of names, but I didn't stop. I didn't care. I don't care what people say about me. If I don't know you personally, I don't take stuff personal. And I'm the type of person that if I made up my mind about something, I'm going to stick to my guns. You can't change my mind once I made up my mind. And once I rock with somebody, I'm rocking with them. And that's how I'm built. I'm not a flip-flopper. I'm not somebody that's going to be like, oh, I love R. Kelly today and, turn against him tomorrow. I'm not that type of person. I'm very loyal. I'm loyal in my personal life, and I'm loyal, to the different entertainers that I like. It's certain entertainers that I just love that I will not let go, and R. Kelly is one of them. R. Kelly is my favorite artist of all time. So, at the end of the day, God bless Tyrese for saying what he said. I know some people wanted him to go in and defend him and say R. Kelly is innocent and all that, but he can't be on the front line. Tyrese can't be on the front line. It's up to the fans to do that. He just put enough out there to basically let the people know where he stands. And Tyrese is on R. Kelly's side. He knows how rotten the industry is because he knows that they killed Paul Walker. So he is not really hopping on the bandwagon, and we appreciate Tyrese. Anyway, God is good. God bless R. Kelly.
When I think of you, I was gonna ask you what's your top 5 R&B singers
God.
of all time.
Of all time, ready.
Did you give me your top 5 already, or do you have a top 5?
I got a top 5.
Let me hear your top 5.
Well, here's my best answer. When I first started singing, I gravitated towards singers who were multi-talented. They were writers, producers, songwriters. They sung all their own vocals and did all their own backgrounds, and they were amazing live performers. So my number 1 was Brian McKnight.
Ooh, that's your favorite of all time?
This is when I first got on. I'm not,
I love Brian McKnight.
My top 5 has shifted over the years.
Mine shift every week.
It's so Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway, R. Kelly, and who else? Jesus. Number 5. Who would number 5 be? Teddy Pendergrass.
That's a mean started 5.
Yeah. R.Kelly, with all of his videos, what he was doing musically and sonically, and how he figured out a way to change and evolve and stay relevant over all of those years. I know he's got a lot of controversy and heat on him. I get it. So ain't no need to get in my comments. And if you write some goofy shit, I'm going to say it's okay.
Tyrese, no fear, no problem saying R. Kelly
I just
nowadays.
say it. I'm too real to fake it, man. I just have to say it. Like, what I've learned over the years, man, is that there's a lot of people in our industry, rather music, producing, directing, studio execs, billionaires, real estate, the tech space. Everybody is involved in something that they don't ever want people to know about publicly. And I would say, you know what? Just let God do his job. And if I were to find out about what everybody is into, we probably wouldn't be a fan of anybody.
That is a fact.
There's some people that do what they do and they know how to keep their shit completely in the closet. And again, when you have drug problems, you are alcoholic, or you got vices that may be inappropriate, or whatever the case may be, you're just trying your best to do whatever it is that you're doing, just hoping that people don't find out about it. But I'm a Christian man, and I have found that Christian people are the most judgmental, and that's one of the scriptures in the Bible that says, you know, thou shalt not judge. And when you know what you know about people, you're supposed to say, yo, I ain't fucking with that, keep that over there. But I happen to be a fan of Denzel. I happen to be a fan of Christian Bale. I happen to be a fan of the people that I'm a fan of. And then you see certain things play out for public consumption, and it breaks your heart. But you just say, you know what? I was never a fan of yours because of what you're into in your personal life, or whatever those struggles may be. I'm a fan of yours because of your gifts and your talents as an actor, as a writer, as a producer, you know. And so, yeah, that's my top 5.